And I was muted. Anyway. Funny. Anyway. Hope everybody's Friday has been going good. Welcome back. Also, Wax Bangle said they had no sound. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear the music? Is everything okay? Did PCGNX announce the next Pokemon? Let me see. No, it didn't. Okay, that's weird. I need to set the colliders up with my hair so it doesn't phase through my face. Wait, does this game need my controller for it? I think it might. Okay. Sorry, stream was half an hour late. I got some pizza, and I was eating it, because I was hungry. And I'm gonna eat before I stream, because I got diabetes. And if I don't eat before I stream, well, not good. Not good at all. Sorry for that. Oh, once we get to the hour point, I got something to show y'all. It's super fun. But only once we get to the ad break. Then I have the fun thing to show you. Let's mix it up on here twice. Oh, I guess I should say this. Today might be the last day of the subathon. I was gonna do an art stream tomorrow, but I can't find my pen. And I don't know where it is, so maybe no art stream tomorrow. So today might be the last day of the subathon. I don't know. If I stream tomorrow, it's gonna be another game. But as of right now, I don't know. Things are up in the air. Usually I don't stream Saturdays, but we'll see. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, my map tracking is a little off. I don't know what it is. I don't know. It moves enough. But anyway, yeah, last day of the subathon, potentially. So if y'all are holding out on, like, giving subs until the last day, this may be the last day. I don't know. I mean, I'll try to get something tomorrow. If I do something tomorrow, it's not going to be at the usual time. It's going to be earlier in the day, because I'll actually have time to stream earlier in the day. So, I don't know. Like, if tomorrow's stream is a thing, it's not going to be at this time. It's going to be earlier, because I want it to be earlier. I kind of miss streaming earlier in the day, because I have more energy during the day. Because, I don't know, just a little bit about myself. I take Adderall. I take a stimulant. I have ADHD. And I can't take Adderall at 5 o'clock. You can't take stimulants late in the day if you want to sleep at night and wake up in the morning like a regular person. And I kind of want to be a regular person sometimes. So I can't take Adderall at 5 o'clock. I can't. So streaming on Saturday would mean I would be able to be more lively for y'all in the day. But who knows? But let me just bring that up for a second. Anyway, so we've already reached the first goal and the second goal. I am making a third goal for 15 subs, because at 15 subs we unlock a new emote slot, and I'm really excited about that. So yeah, if anyone wants to gift 4 subs, I'll still give you an icon for free. Like, I just want that new emote slot super badly. Like, I want it in time for October so we can have like a little fun Devil Duchess emote. So I should probably put a slash through that and be like, hey yo, 4, you can still get an icon. But, yeah. Potentially the last day. I'm not gonna say, please sub if you can't. If you don't have the money, or if you have already given like your Prime sub to somebody else, I'm not gonna ask y'all for that because, you know, you can't ask people to choose you. You can only hope that they do. So, if you have the funds and you can find it in your heart to support a small lion streamer, I would really appreciate it. But I want to thank everybody for coming here, and I want to thank everyone who's donated, given subs, and just been here through this entire month. Like, I thought I was going to have 0 subs this whole month. I thought it was going to be like a complete train wreck, and no one was going to subscribe to me, and it was just going to tank my whole ego. Like, my ass was like, I made it to affiliate in 3 months of streaming. Would be like, damn, first subathon, 0 subs. But no, we made it to almost 15. I think we're at 11? Yeah. Which is pretty good for a first subathon, for somebody who, like, barely averages 4 people a stream. I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate y'all for being here. And I'm really thankful to y'all. Like, this has been... We're getting close to the anniversary of when I first started streaming, and, like, I'm really happy with the growth I've made. I'm really happy with the community I've built. That I'm starting to build. As, I don't know if I can call y'all a community yet, but, you know, it's something. The loose amalgamation of people that come to see me. Yeah, we'll just call it that for now. Anyway, I think I should just get the game started. I am on BRB mode on purpose. Oh, there's a Dawn fan in chat if anybody needs that. Okay, let me go get the game started. Let me plug in my controller too. Let me drink some water before we get started. Okay, let me change. Maybe. Oh, nope, never mind. Okay. I have to play with mouse and keyboard. Looks like it. Oh, wait, let me see. Yeah, okay. Oh, whoop. Alright, this was not what I wanted. I'm not playing from the start again. That's not what I wanted. Oh god. Alright. Time to start again. Man, it's been a hot second since I've played this game. Anyway. Hi Dolly, welcome on in. I can't remember what we were doing the last time. I think... Let's go hang out with Jackie. Okay. I gotta get into my reading voice. Oh wait, I gotta open up my speakerphone. I decided to give Jackie a call to check up on her. I know she wanted some time alone, but I still feel worried for her since our last talk. Ah, yeah, that is what happened. Thanks for letting me know, Dolly. The call goes straight to voicemail. Strange, it isn't like her to have her phone shut off. She's always particular about keeping herself available. If I show up unannounced, she'll probably be pissed at me again, but I feel my anxiety starting to eat at me. Hopefully she isn't in any trouble. Maybe I should go check on her. Meow. You wanna come too, Alistair? Alistair nudges me and begins pawing at my leg. Normally he can be such a handful when he wants to, when he wants something. But for once he's being rather sweet. Are you worried about Jackie? He lets me pick him up with ease and purrs in my arms. Sure, it might be an attempt to butter me up, but it's working. Okay, maybe just this once. Alistair jumps into my arms and sits by the door, waiting for me to let him out. I take a quick moment to grab my flannel. I want it because there's a nip in the air today, but a part of me also enjoys how happy Jackie seems to be when I wear it for her. It can be for both of us, right? Having everything I need, we head out for the night, but it isn't long before we find ourselves at the entrance of the Golden Glove. I push open the gym doors, see Jackie training all by herself. She's swinging away at a punching bag. She notices me right away. Duchess, what are you doing here? Wait, Alistair? Is this another emergency? No, it's nothing like that. I called you earlier, but I kept getting your voicemail, and I might have been a bit worried. Alistair is just along for the ride. Meow. Were you worried about me too, little dude? I know you were a softie. After removing her gloves, Jackie approaches us and leans down to give Alistair some scritches from underneath his chin. Sorry, I haven't been in the mood to talk. In hindsight, turning off my phone may not have been the best thing to do when we're in a crisis. I find it really sweet you're checking up on me, though. You're not mad? Mad? I come here with no warning. No, I'm not mad at you, you goof. You were pretty steamed last time. Oh, you mean the time you showed up out of the blue after years of silence? Yeah, sorry. Much to Alistair's disappointment, Jackie pulls away. We're a bit awkward in each other's company. Neither of us knows what to say. You know, a lot of time I spent with Miranda and KJ, they talk about regrets in the past. Probably not too surprising if you can read the room in any of our meetings, right? I was always afraid that maybe you were the same, and that's why you were so hard to get a hold of when you were gone. Like, you may have regretted your time with us, or with me. No, Jackie, no. Never that. I would understand if you did. I had a lot of family baggage you guys had to help tote around. No, that's not it, Jackie, I promise you. It never had anything to do with you or the rest of the Sentinels. It was just the weight I put on myself. I was the leader of the Sentinels. I felt this pressure that I needed to have more than what I've got, but I was just hopeless at figuring out what I wanted to do with my life. I went from being in control to feeling like I needed my hand held at every simple adult task. It never felt like it got any better. Well, if you still need help, I can hold your hand. Oh, come on, that's just cheesy! I know, but I'm serious. There's no shame in asking for help. I would still be in pieces if it wasn't for the people I kept close to me. Someone like you in pieces? Did I miss something? I didn't handle retirement as gracefully as you think. My injuries made everything that I strived for out of reach. It was so painful to come to terms with. I locked myself in my room for a while. I didn't see the point in keeping a routine anymore. I couldn't even bring myself to talk to anyone. So I get it. When you want to isolate yourself, you can't help but do just that. How did you work past it? Well, I can thank the people I kept close to me for that. KJ always made the most of the time we had together, while Miranda tried to get me into a new hobby. My T.O., being the stubborn and lovable man I know him, pushed Layla onto me because he knows I try my best to not be sour around kids. Aww. Ara also helped, even if it was indirectly. Her music gives me a beat I dance to, and for a while it felt like I needed her voice to coax me out of bed. And there's you. Me? Yeah, you, even now. I still have my hard days. Lately I feel like I've relapsed again and just beating myself up for past mistakes. I'm doing my best to keep up appearances, but I don't want anyone to worry about me. It's just I feel like I can open up to you in a way that doesn't feel forced. I guess what I mean to say is my smile feels more genuine when I'm with you. No, Jackie's looking at me with those nice, warm, sincere eyes. Ah! I'm happy you're letting me be there for you. Yeah, gay! I'm happy you're letting me be there for you. I guess I was kind of afraid we wouldn't get past how long it's been. I might have had the same worry, but you've really matured, hun. I see it every time we talk. I'm proud of you. Jackie! I'm ready to move on if you are. I think I am. Or hope so, at least. I can't make the guilt vanish, but maybe with time it will. The entrance begins to creak open slowly, catching both of our attention. To our surprise, Leia's the one to poke her head through the door. Leia, what are you doing here? I told you that you're busy. You told me you need to keep your distance from me for my own safety. And the other day had something to do with your injuries, but you don't want to tell me anything about it? I told you I won't let you know when something changes, so why are you here? Because I know you like to push people away when you get sad. Wait, were you spying on us? I don't need to spy on you to know that. I know why Daddy and your uncle put us together, and I know it wasn't just for me. You needed help too. So tell me, tell me why you did it, okay? And what exactly? Let this get bad. All this damage you said you took. You told me you could pass your magic to me. Why didn't you do it way earlier with someone else? Alistair's ears perk up to this. Alright, I was avoiding telling him about it. He approaches Layla and gives her a tentative sniff. Leia, for the first time, finally notices him. Probably took every mature bone in her body to keep her focus on Jackie instead of petting Alistair. It's complicated. Help me understand! There's a choice I have to make. Something I can't even begin to work out without knowing why you took it so far. Why is it so important for you to be Sentinel Soul? That's a hard question, one that all the Sentinels know the answers to. It doesn't mean the truth is any easier to share. Even now, I can see Jackie's worry building up over sharing the part of herself with someone new. I know this isn't my decision, and I'm just caught in the middle of this. That doesn't mean I can't be there for Jackie. If she's going to offer to hold my hand through the tough times, I can do the same. My hand touches Jackie's in a silent request that she answers by intertwining her fingers through mine. No! Yay! She gives me a gentle squeeze, and like that, she has found the confidence she was looking for. The truth is, my whole identity was centered around it. Both being a magical girl and a boxer helps me find and build who I really am. It all began the day I met Alistair. I just had to be about your age, Layla. Holding hands, too explicit, censor please. When Jackie points to Alistair, Leia takes a step back from him. She seems to be putting together that Alistair may not be a normal cat. Oh, there's a mole in chat if anybody needs that. I was playing in my room when suddenly the silly little cat jumped right through an open window and just stared at me. He had this ring in his mouth and he dropped it on the floor, looking proud like he had caught a mouse for me. Before I could do anything, he just jumped away. This part of the story was pretty much told by all the Sentinels. It's always begins with a weird cat that would drop rings off and leave without an explanation. He was always terrible at explaining his choices, and we never got a reason why it just had to be any of us. We just assumed he was winging it. Eyebrow Shadow! So I was left alone with this ring, and I didn't know what it was, but I thought it was pretty, so I did what any of us would do and tried it on. Next thing you know, I'm covered in light and watching as my clothes get replaced with this strange dress. It looked a lot different from the one you saw me wear when we were at the bridge. But it looked like, why is it different? It's ridiculously frilly and girly. Since my Ring of Soul has to pull inwards from my magic, my outfit was a bit more personalized than the rest of my team. Of course, I grew out of that look, thank God. Wait, you had a princess thing going on, Coach? She did, it was cute. Jackie rolls her eyes at me, but I like to think she knows she can't refute it. Yeah, always. And the point is that the dress unloaded some big problems that a kid like me couldn't fully tackle on their own. I get it, dealing with responsibilities that came with the dress, right? Classic comic book superhero stuff. Dolly, they're calling you out. Yeah, in a manner of speaking, I suppose you're right. But it was a bit more complicated than just picking up a career in crime fighting. What do you mean? Up to the point I thought I was. The pause hangs in the air as Jackie freezes up again. I gently squeeze her hand in reassurance, which seems to help her pull her out of her own head. I thought... Oh, this is great! Yes! With great dress comes great responsibility. Secret trans character we never knew about till now. Hell yeah! Can I get a hell yeah in chat? Woo! Yeah. Ooh ha. Yeah, this is great. I'm loving this. We're gonna stay on the screen for like a couple extra seconds. Yeah! Ooh. I'm digging this. I'm digging this. I'm digging this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm gonna drink some water so I don't get dehydrated. Okay, back to the story. I thought I was a boy. That's what everyone in my life has ever told me, but seeing myself in that princess-like dress made me realize that that may have not been true at all. What do you mean you thought you were a boy? I'm a trans woman, Layla. I was born and raised with an identity that didn't feel right to me. My growth was a little bit more, involved. It feels like a good word for it. Leia nods her head. She seems to understand the answer Jackie gave her, which is a relief for both of us. Sadly, my parents weren't always supportive of me. Actually, they freaked out a lot when I told them. From all my family, my Tio was the only one who actually accepted who I was. He talked my parents into sending me to his gym where he could toughen me up. They thought that meant he could make a man out of me or something, but he didn't care for all of that. You see, Tio... more representation, yeah! Tio was gay. He never told anyone else in the family up to that point until he told me. He understood more than anyone what it was like to feel alienated for being who you are. He didn't want me to hide, so he helped build me up. He turned boxing into a sort of game to motivate me. If I did well, he'd reward me with clothes and stuff I wanted. So I'm kind of crying. This is so nice. Now that takes me back. Jack used to have a lot of her stuff packed at the gym where she would swap her boy clothes out when she wanted to simply be herself. We had numerous close calls and shenanigans that involved us bouncing an emergency bag of boy clothes between us when she was nearly caught by her parents. One time she got so close to being caught she had to swap clothes with KJ in the bathroom while we distracted her parents. Leave it to Sentinel Peregrine to protect their friends. My confidence did get there eventually, but it wasn't pretty when I confronted my parents. And for a while I wasn't allowed to see my Tio, and they tried to make it so I couldn't see my friends. But they couldn't cut off my support. Some of my friends became real pests to them, calling them all the time and even sending letters. And I'm pretty sure someone egged their house over it too. Yeah, fuck those guys. Boy young. At least she stopped when she realized they were making Jackie clean it up. Tio didn't take it lying down either. He stood his ground for me and came out to the family, digging himself in alongside me. After the hell we went through to get my parents to cave, I couldn't trust anyone to protect my friends like how they protected me. I loved them too much. I'm sorry, Coach Martinez, but your parents are super dumb. You think so? I don't know how they can see a sun or whatever. They're super blind or super dumb. Oh wait, sorry. Your uncle is blind, but he can see you better than they can. So they're super dumb and extra blind. I feel small circles being massaged into my hand by Jackie's thumb. With this one thing to understand, but hearing Layla validate her is the most incredible feeling and such a relief. You must be proud of Leia, and honestly so am I. So what do you see when you look at me? I don't know, like an older sister or something? At least to me. I never had a sister before, but I feel like you fit the part. You teach a lot of things to me and give me good advice. I feel like I can tell you things that I can't tell Daddy, and I just think you're great. But you drive me kind of crazy, like when you don't stop playing the same music over and over again, or when you tease me about Sarah. Who's Sarah? The two of them stare at each other in silence. She's my friend, but the coach keeps trying to say she likes me. She made you boxing glove-shaped cookies with heart sprinkles on them. She was out of regular sprinkles. Who cares anyway? Hearts are cute. And so are you. After Leia starts groaning, Alistair jumps on his hind legs and paws at Jackie's legs. Jackie scoops up Alistair with her free arm and gives him a little kiss on the head. I'm sorry for making you all worried. I promise I'll try not to push people away. Good. I'm starting to get rusty with all these breaks, Coach. My fifth got a taste for chin, and they're hungry for more. Love the enthusiasm, but we're going to stay on a break a little longer. But you said you were going to push us away. Jackie turns to me, hoping I know what to say. Do we tell the little kid about the stuff going on? Or do we just... I feel like she'll figure out either way. Let's just rip off the Band-Aid. There's no way she'll accept anything else than the truth. We should pull off the Band-Aid. The truth is, magic is disappearing, and we don't know who is behind it or why. What? I thought powers were acting weird, and that's why you wanted me to be away. Wait, you're trying to do something about it? I thought you were retired. We are. Or we were. But Coach, you said you couldn't fight anymore. I've had a lot of time to recover, and I can probably handle one more. Probably? I mean, I absolutely can. I can. You're lying. You don't know, do you? Do you even know what you're up against? Call your father and let him know you're staying a while. Leia nods in agreement and leaves us alone. I think it's going to be best if I talk to her alone. Are you sure? Are you going to be okay? You're already a lot of help for me already. The hard part is over. I got this. You're the one who did all the talking. I've got to go stand there. All I've got to do is stand there and look pretty. And you're doing such a good job at it. Becky slowly closes the distance between us. Oh my god! I can tell from her eyes she was cautiously working something out. Was I reading the signals right? I meant what I said earlier, Duchess. Don't ever hesitate to call me if you need me. I care about you, and I happen to like holding these hands. There's a long moment of silence between us that gives her words more weight than anything, or her other flirtatious jest. She's being honest and serious. I don't get a chance to answer her before Leia shows up to interrupt our silence, marking the end of our night together. I take Alistair home with me and spend the rest of the walk wondering, I wish I could have said, God damn it, little kid, I almost got a kiss! I'm the last to arrive as everybody else is seated and sipping their gallon sodas. Closing Glamour Pop for the day felt like a walking nightmare. I could barely keep myself together as I stumbled out the door. Please tell me someone grabbed a drink for me. I'm exhausted. I feel I just walked through a desert to get here. I didn't know Oasis is right in front of me. Oasis full of sweet diet Pepsi! Oh! I wish Danny was here. Miranda raises an eyebrow and slides a cup my way. Seriously, you gotta take better care of yourself, Duchess. Your complexion isn't looking so hot. Eat something, too. I plop down in the empty seat next to her and plant my face straight onto the table. I promise you, this is just low blood sugar. It's been like this all week. Ara pops a bag of chips and dumps the contents onto the tray in front of us. She's an eye-catching wig on again. Yeah, I can offer some solidarity on that front. I felt like garbage in the recording studio today. Weird. I feel alright in the mornings when I'm getting ready. But later, when I'm in the thick of work, this horrible feeling just gets worse and worse. I feel like I just crave breaks, taking a few minutes to freshen up and get some air. That's the only time I feel normal lately, happy even. Of course, the guys at the studio think I'm just a massive diva. Jackie puts down a comically huge burger. Is that thing a triple stack? I know what you mean. I've gotten even more tired in my training. My head's been foggy. I've had to cancel on Leia a few times because I just can't bring my A game. I'm trying to do right by her, but I've been distracted and fussy over how I look, and it's seriously getting into my head. Never took myself for the vain type, but maybe it's old insecurities coming back? Jackie. Honestly, I'm not experiencing those symptoms on the same level as you guys. And I wish I was. I knew what was going on. At least Miranda and I have been mostly in the clear. Well, about that. I know I said in the past I wasn't experiencing it, but I think I am actually just a little bit. What? Even you? There's been a lot on my mind lately, and I feel like I'm falling behind at work. I got scolded the other day for forgetting to put on safety glasses. I mean, that's safety rule number 1. Miranda pauses, looking uncomfortable at what she just disclosed. Miranda, I know, never messes up at a simple safety procedure like that. This can't go on. The loss of our magic is one thing, but our health is another. A beat passes. Everyone's lost in thought. I think about everything that's happened so far. The gradual loss of our powers, how I can no longer understand Alistair, and how invested Lise and found her acting way more than strange. Oh, how we. The seemingly random flashes of nostalgia, remembering our glorious days far more than usual, and this gnawing feeling in the pit of my stomach that I should get up right now and put on another coat of lipstick. Makeup. Oh, the bathroom's to the left. Actually, I'll go with you. I think my mascara's clumping again. Bleh. No, 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 no! Guys, hear me out! I frantically rummaged through my purse and dumped the contents onto the table. Amongst crinkled receipts and dusty candy wrappers are the samples of sentimentality I've been using all week. I grab a makeup brush. It's subtle, but it's there. A pull, a gut feeling that says, I need to use this. This is the source of everything that's been happening. Makeup brush? Or it's not just a brush. It couldn't be. The makeup? The whole table looks incredulous. A moment passes, but their faces darken. Of course, KJ and I haven't been using it like you three have. It matches how much you've been affected. And with this rate I've been applying it, I can't deny it makes sense. Speaking of which, our customers have been going wild for this stuff. It looks like it's got an addictive quality to it. It gets in your head. You start thinking about old times. You know what? I'm done with speculating. Miranda slams her hands down on the table and stands up, looking determined. We need definites right now. Everybody looks shocked at her outburst. Miranda never's taken the lead like this. I think back to years ago when Miranda's voice, a bit softer than the others, would falter mid-sentences. Where she struggled to shrug off Boyoung's incessant babying. Now she was worried about not being able to hold a decent conversation with Jackie. And spoke quietly with KJ on the side, comforting them when the sentinel pillar of defense was feeling overwhelmed. Sometimes I'd see her sitting at her desk after school. She'd be carving those tiny wooden figures at her desk, totally focused. I see the same Miranda now, finally taking charge. Miranda shoots me a look and then looks back at the table. Duchess, I'm borrowing this. Miranda. Miranda holds up a highlighter compact and then pops it open for everyone to see. She dabs a little finger on the glittery powder and swipes her cheek with it. We all lean in. I know we shouldn't, but watching Miranda use the makeup makes me want to use it too. So you're all gathered around like this. It reminds me how we used to hang out after class. Shoot, it's getting to me. The feeling's just like that. Concealer sample I've been using to cover up some late-night dark circles. Miranda, that's enough. There must be a mistake. It's just makeup. Is it? Let's take a look inside. Miranda takes the compact and holds it up. She imbues it with a hint of her stardust magic, just enough to burst the compact open. It lands on the tables in pieces. There's a little pup in chat if anybody needs that. As it does, a dark magic cloud from inside floats into the air and then dissipates. That cloud wasn't my magic. It was someone else's. I mean, even if it was the makeup's fault, how is this happening? Who's doing this? Ara looks at me for answers, but I know she doesn't like what I'm about to say. Anna Lee, the woman you're working for. What? I figure that ice cold. No. It's not like I said before. Anna Lee's doing the sentimentality line for a good cause. I'm doing this for a good cause. Jackie puts a gentle hand on Ara's shoulder. She deflates slightly, looking her way. Listen, Ara, this is worth investigating. If we're wrong, we're wrong. But we need to get to the bottom of this. If we bust into Annalee's place tomorrow, you and me— I say we bust into Annalee's place tomorrow, you and me, Duchess. What? You use your authority as Glamourpop's #1 employee to get us into the building, and I'll do the rest. The rest of the group looked dumbfounded by KJ's suggestion, but eventually Miranda nods. KJ's right. We need to get to the bottom of this. If we're right about the makeup, it's not just affecting the group. It's affecting regular people, like Lee's, who knows what long-term exposure will look like. It's decided. Stealth and espionage. You and me, Duchess. Sounds fine to me. We'll reconvene tomorrow evening with our findings. Ara's looking at the floor with a guilty expression. Jackie and Miranda seem uneasy, Jackie especially, who is now fiddling with the contents of her backpack and tossing her makeup products out on the table. I feel terrible knowing that I inadvertently exposed my friends to the makeup through my job. For Ara and Jackie's health, and for everybody's magic, we have to get answers. I look at KJ, who's wearing a determined expression. I know we will. Dang, that was serious. Okay, we're gonna take a second for me to just talk. I get this. Like, this is kind of how I feel a little bit at my job. I also work at a makeup store. If y'all didn't know that, I work at a makeup store, me. And there are definitely days That was a big emotional roller coaster. There are definitely days where I feel bad for selling products to people. Like, not to the level of I'm degrading the magic of, society and whatever. But there are days where I know I'm not helping somebody. Like, I'm giving them what they want in the moment, but I'm not helping them. Because that's not what I'm trained to do. That's not what my job is for. I'm not supposed to help people. I'm supposed to get them to buy things. And there are definitely days where I know that somebody walks out of the store with things I recommended for them, and it's not going to make them feel more beautiful. It's not going to make them feel happy. It's not going to make them feel like anything. It's just going to be something that they pay their hard-working money for, and it's just going to sit on their bathroom counter, barely used maybe once a month. And that eats me up inside some days. I get that. Like, I heavily relate to the story. My brother was being mean to me, my younger brother. He was like, Kelsey, this story feels like, you wrote it. And I was like, leave me alone. He's like, the story about millennial magical girls dealing with the burdens of society. I was like, shh, shut up. But man, this is hitting home really hard. Yeah. IRL, though, it's not your job to fix how people feel. You're a retail employee, not a therapist. The story is very on brand for you, though. It's true. It's just one of those things where I just feel... Okay, give me a second. I gotta mute for a second. Anyway, when I was a substitute teacher, because I'll open up a little bit about this too. I used to be a substitute teacher for 6 months, 3 months, between 3 and 6 months. I was a substitute teacher, and I was a substitute teacher for high school kids. Some high school kids are the meanest people on the planet. God, I've never met people who have never had a bigger chip on their shoulder than high school students. But I felt like I was a part of the system of making people hate education and making the education system not actually help people. And it's just, I hate feeling like I'm a part of a bigger scheme that keeps people down. It's just personally for me, I don't like that feeling. I don't. And just I don't know, with the makeup store, it's a little less I'm, in a system, because the school to prison pipeline, you can't deny that. But I don't know, just buying skincare for yourself, that's not that bad. It felt gross, at my sales job, too. Even if you're not lying, it feels scummy sometimes. Yeah, it feels disingenuous. And I'm a genuine person. Or at least I try to be genuine. I don't know. It was just one of those things where I felt and then even now, it just feels like I'm lying. And... a lot of neurodivergent people have a weird relationship with lying and the truth and all that. And I like telling the truth. I told the truth a lot as a teenager and a child. I was surprised when I got older and found out that kids lied all the goddamn time. When I finally came upon that realization, I was like, what? Everyone else around me was lying? Goddamn. So lying is a weird thing to me. But, As a person who has that weird relationship with lying and truth and what is the truth and what is a lie, I don't know. It feels weird. It feels really weird. Anyway, we're coming up on the ad break, and that means we're gonna go on the ad break soon, which means this is a good place to leave off. So I'm going to not leave off for the night, just leave off for now. So I'm going to save. Okay, we're going to go to the ad dance party. Woo! I've been saving this, so give me a second. We're going to go into BRB for a second. No, not that one. Alright, whatever. Didn't mean to go to that ending screen. Okay. Give me a second. Is it you? Yeah, it's you. Okay. Alright, ads are starting soon, so we're gonna have a dance party. Everybody, jam out with your dance emote. I wanna see y'all dancing. ignore the moving markers in the bottom. Alright, ad break. See y'all in 3 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Gotta give Duchess a break from dancing. I'm gonna eat a piece of pizza for a second, but there's a Lucario in chat, so hop on that. Oh, I'm gonna miss this one. Alright. Oh my god. No one got it! Oh my god. Anyway, gonna eat this pizza for a second. Alright, let me... Oop. Okay, we are back. Oh, wait. Duchess is facing the camera. Oh, I turned the music off. There we go. That's fine. Alright. We are back from the ads. And we're back from me eating some pizza. Excuse me. I did hydrate. that was yesterday. Never ever dreamed hydrate. I just hydrated, okay? You're wasting your points if you do that. Thanks. Ooh, wait, before we get into the game again, what's everybody's favorite pizza? I'll be honest, I like Domino's. I think Domino's is my favorite right now. I like Papa John's, but I don't know, Papa John's is a little thick. I like thin New York style pizza. Okay, I'm talking about pizza brand, pizza chains. We can't bring up, like, local things like Mel Mushrooms, Chipper Dolly. That's not fair. Because local pizza places always make the best pizza ever. You gotta pick a brand, you gotta pick a chain, something you could find in any state. There's only in the South? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna be mean. Pick something that's in every state in the US, okay? I'm being mean. No just the South, no just the North, every state. Pick from the 5. There's a local Chicago deep dish here and it's amazing. I bet, because it's local, because local pizza is the best. Okay, I'm gonna choose the... Yes, Hungry Howie's is pretty national. You can't like Little Caesars. My little brother likes Little Caesars. Okay, yes, thank you. Another Domino's appreciator. Chipper, Dolly, you can't like Little Caesars. It's cardboard pizza. Like, do you like it because it's $5? Why am I hating? Because I had to eat Little Caesars all the goddamn time when I was in school. Not like college, I mean high school. All we had was Little Caesars, and I just started. Oh my god. Okay, listen, I am gonna hate. We're gonna take a second for hating. Though growing up, Wegmans had delicious pizza, but we don't have Wegmans on the West Coast. See, I'm gonna even be mean to the West Coast and East Coast people. I don't think Sbarro counts either, so you can't say Sbarro either, because I grew up eating Sbarro, and that's my favorite mall pizza. But yes, Little Caesars counts, and I think Little Caesars is the bottom of the list for chain store pizzas. Shit's like cardboard. Listen, you can eat it. You can pay $5 for your pizza, but like, I'm gonna treat myself to some actual good food. Yes, I'm starting a fight about pizza in chat. I'm waiting for the absolute long-ass message from Dolly telling me that I'm a hater. Or for her to, like, use Pixel Cub to call me a pizza hater. I'm just waiting for it. I know she's gonna do it. I don't think I've ever had Wegmans. I've had, God, it's It's the Chicago place. You know what? I was gonna use Pixel Cup, but now I'm not spending my money. You're abstaining, like I abstain from Little Caesars because it's trash. It's trash pizza. Funny story about Papa John's and their fresh ingredients. I ordered a large. They were out of large, so they gave me an extra large. Ah, sick. Bigger pizza. Nice. They're probably out of, like, the dough size for large, because it's probably, like, pre-shaped. I'm a hater. I'm a hater of Little Caesars. Me and my younger brother fight about this all the time. Because there's a Little Caesars near our house, and I'm the pizza champ, so it's my duty to order pizza, and I never order Little Caesars. I don't care if we're, like, if it costs us $20 per pizza. I don't care. I'm not getting Little Caesars. I did my time in the Little Caesars mines, and I'm not going back. If Frank wants Little Caesars, he can order Little Caesars himself. I'm being mean. I'm being very mean. But you know what? This is about pizza. It's a food. I can have mean opinions about pizza. Because you know why? I'm a good person. The whole thing about Little Caesars, doesn't the whole hot and ready thing mean it's under a heat lamp? Yeah, and usually the pizza at the very top is bad. Like, they get rid of the pizzas at the top of the heat lamp first. They just cycle all the pizzas up and down. Listen, Hungry Happy's is a fine choice, but you put Little Caesars on there, and I have to bully you now. Because this is my channel, this is my stream. You're in here. I'm gonna bully you. I'm a great friend, aren't I? You love me so much. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, how about this? How about this, Dolly? Go back to the lesbian pixel game already, hater? Whoa, undercooked dough is the worst. Alright. We've been jazzing about pizza for like what 10 minutes. Let's get back to the game. I do want to finish this game today. Okay, let's get back to it. Yeah, come to my streams for wholesome lesbian games and hot pizza takes. Almost as hot as Little Caesars heat lamp pizzas. Wah! Alright. Hot and ready pizza takes. Yeah, hot and ready. Hot and ready delivered to your door. I have something to say. You know, it's my stream. No sausage, extra fur. I need to install the Move Transition plugin so I can zoom in on my own face. I also need the Vine Boom. I need the Vine Boom. Wait, do we have Vine Boom in here? Is it? No, we don't. Goddamn. Now you're bonking me! Alright, that's fair. Let's get back to the game. I'm being mean. When do I finally get to sleep in?
Cheese.
Alright, that's also fair. Holy crap. Oh my god. We're actually standing in Annalie's office. We made it. KJ, I can't believe you know how to pick locks. Just takes a little practice and the right tools. I can show you sometime. I'm freaking out. This is like a crime. Are we criminals now? The real crime is this obnoxious office. It takes up the whole floor, but is big enough to contain. Is it big enough to contain Anna Lee's ego? We're unbelievably lucky to sneak in here. I somehow convinced the security at the front desk that I was here to interview for my promotion from sales assistant to manager at my sales location. There's a Magnazone in chat! Get in the zone! Magnazone! They seemed especially convinced, but let me through when KJ gave them the stink eye. When we reached the middle floors, KJ chatted up some office ladies to figure out when Annalie's lunch break was. They sure knew how to put the moves on. And now we're here, in the director's office. This place feels pretty empty. Kind of intimidating. Rich people taste. Everything's minimal. Ho ho, I can afford to take up loads of space and put nothing in it. That's so true. So what do we do now? We dig up as much dirt as we can. But where? There's nothing here. Maybe there's a secret room or something? Probably all in her computer. Ah, yeah. Not this again. I take it you haven't learned how to use a computer. Well, they keep changing so fast, you know, what's the point in learning if it's all obsolete in a few years? Remind me, why are you the one in charge again? Computers are dumb. Look, I know about stuff that's actually important. Computers aren't important. Oh, they're just for dorks like me who were in school computer club, huh? Yeah, kinda, but I can't say that to KJ's face, KJ! I mean, they are important, but I guess for society, I can leave all that stuff to the experts, you know? Ha! I caught the Magnazone! Ha ha! Gotcha, chumps! Computers aren't that difficult to use these days. You don't even have to type out commands anymore. Even you can manage it. Hey, what's that supposed to mean? It means what it means, Duchess. Keep your voice down, Princess. We don't want to blow our cover because you don't know how to use a mouse. Come on, let me wow you with my ability to point at things and click them. We approach Annalie's enormous desk and know it's covered in glamour pop makeup samples. AJ takes a spin in the luxurious office chair. You're fired! And you're also fired. Also, get the mayor on the phone. I want to buy the police. So that's probably not too far from the truth. They rummage through their back pocket, bring out a pencil case. To my surprise, it's full of CDs and floppy disks. Back to business, I guess. Oh my god, it's a Mac! It's an old-style Mac! They start up the computer, and when it asks for a password, they load up a CD labeled 4CD1 Burn. After a few seconds, all kind of weird stuff starts happening on the screen. Your wife had one of those? That's so cool! Actually, we're going on another weird tangent. We have one. We have one in our house. Our neighbor, across the street, she's an architect. And she does architecture. And she did all of her work on an old-style Mac like this. And then she upgraded this year to a new computer. And then she asked me, hey, do you want my old Mac? And I said, well, I don't, but I think Frank does. And then Frank was like, oh, yeah, let me go get that. And he went over, talked to her for like an hour. Because she's nice. Our neighbor's really nice. She's a really cool lady. And then he came back with the Mac. And he was like, and it still works. It still works. We plugged it in and everything, and it still works. Like the glass dome, everything, the CD. It really just worked. She just wanted a new computer because she needed to upgrade for business reasons. But yeah, she got a lot of mileage out of that thing. But she gave it to Frank, and Frank was like, yeah, this is mine now. So we have one of these at our house. Very fun. Okay, back to the game. We keep getting distracted, but that's a good thing. I like that. They didn't teach you this at school computer club, did they? What do you think, Princess? They're now typing a lot of commands in a black and green box. No. What you're doing looks super illegal. Yep. Just don't ask me where I got this software. I'd have to kill you. They're really concentrating. I should probably stay quiet and check those makeup samples. This could take a... I'm in. What? You're amazing, KJ. I have no idea what just happened, but it's really impressive. I'm just messing around. Anyone can learn. And no, this is not true, KJ. But like, we're inside Annalise computer lab? Yep, she must be a paranoid lady because her system was off the corporate network. Didn't even have to bother with network security. Just a direct, unmonitored line to the outside world. Had I known, would have done this remotely. Slow down, I can only understand the last part. You're saying we didn't need to break in? In theory, yes, but it took getting all the way to her desk to learn. Life's little up and downs. Alright, I'll hydrate for a second. So what do we do now? Why don't you take a look for yourselves? One of those new iPlum computers, very user-friendly. They get up and dramatically gesture towards the chair. I guess now's as good a time as any to learn how to use one of these things. I fumble around the computer a minute until KJ leans over and guides my hand over to the web browser. If you want to find somebody's little dirty secrets, a great way is to start with their web browser history. Web? You mean the World Wide Web? Oh god, just listen to me. I sound like an old granny. After all this time, after this is all over, I'm taking a computer class. Maybe KJ can teach me? On the other hand, I'd probably be way too slow for them. And maybe they'll teach me illegal stuff. Is there an illegal way to email someone? I don't know. My thoughts are interrupted when KJ moves my hand over to some kind of banking program. Another place they bury their secrets is financial records. Ooh. Why are they looking at me like that? Was I supposed to say something more intelligent? You're such an airhead. What'll it be, princess? You're up to bat. Oh, Brass Shadow. This story takes place in the 90s. So that's why they use some really old terms. Like, they have flip phones, and the year is 1999, so it's right before the turn of the millennia. Yeah, I think it's really fun. Browser history is such a toss-up, but financial records is also a toss-up, too. Because, like, either could have stuff. Let's go financial records. Okay, let's hit the books. I click on the banking program, and a wall of charts and big numbers fill the screen. Oh wow, that's a lot of money. We both look at the screen in silence, trying to absorb all the new information. Yeah, big money. Not much seems to be going on that charity foundation. Not much seems to be going to that charity foundation she set up. Wait, she's keeping all the charity money? From the looks of it, she's putting that money into the foundation. 99 is being sent to a mystery account in Switzerland. Oh my god! That's really suspicious. Okay, let's check the internet. With a little help from KJ, connect to the computer to the internet and open up the web browser. Look at me! I'm surfing the information highway. Wow, this is old. There you go. Let's look up the history. Takes me a minute to figure it out, but I get there eventually. KJ is surprisingly patient with me. There's a lot of entries from one website, Inside Maho? I click on the last history entry. Inside Maho seems to be some kind of magical girl fan site. Look at you go! From the looks of it, Annalie has an administrator access. That means she runs the site. She owns all this? Why does she run a website about magical girls? Maybe for the makeup line? But then, why all the secrecy? That's what we need to figure out. Why don't you click around and see what you can find? Ooh! Okay, this is fun. Okay, let's go for looking for more Fruit Fatale pics. Why are there so many threads about this group? Seriously, this is the 3rd month. The mod's obsessed. Holy shit, who cares about this dead group? This thread has been deleted for violating... Want the secret to becoming a magical girl. This thread has been deleted for violating the rules and guidelines. About Muscat Marina and Banana Brie. I heard rumors they moved in together after Fruit Fatale break up. They're obviously related, Lil, probably cousins. What are you guys on about? That's funny. Strawberry Celery Memorial. I miss her so bad. A real tragedy. Rip forever. Is it what it is. She was perfect. There'll never be another magical girl like her. Thoughts on merch for magical girls? Where do you buy it? Do you support it? Is it creepy? Well, you're worried about being creepy while being on this site? I don't see a problem with it. They're public figures. They're working hard to protect us and want some privacy, not be monetized. Where's the respect? If they wanted to be respected, they should fight in secret then! This is so funny. How do I become a magical girl? In your dreams. I heard some aliens from outer space. Give up, buddy. Who needs them right now? Anyone miss the Sentinels? I do. Bubble Girl is my favorite. Wish she'd come back. Group's overrated. Just listen to Ara if you miss them so much. You missed them so much. That's funny. Ara's new single, Debrief. She's so cute. Boring. Think she'll feature the other Sentinels on her next album? Wanted to see the redhead again. Thoughts on magical girls today? Wish there was a new group active. Yawn. Somebody needs to stir things up. Anons on this board are like, need the city to be terrorized, ASAP! Oh. The site is actually so sad. Who cares about this garbage? This thread has been deleted for violating user guidelines. I think I read everything. Yikes, this is borderline obsessive. Annalise seems so composed and professional. Who knew she was doing all this? We're all full of surprises, Duchess. Expect the unexpected. Actually, yeah, that's really appropriate coming from KJ. Okay, this is kind of incriminating stuff. Let me copy everything to the disk so we have some evidence. Maybe see what else you could find. I get out of the chair and let KJ do their magic. I take a look at the makeup samples on the desk. They're from the Sentinel sentimentality line. Everybody's been obsessed lately. But it's not really much of a clue, right? Of course she'd have her own products on her desk. Her desk! I rummage through the desk drawers and find some notebooks. I flip through them hoping for some clue. It's all boring financial aid reports and business strategy. I'm sure someone would find this interesting, but it's not me. I can't believe I'm thinking about this. I was having more fun on the computer. Started the transfer. Now we sit tight till it's done. What have you found? Sadly, nothing interesting. I was hoping to see top secret evil scheme on a page, but it's just boring business plans up to the end of the year. Wait, just to the end of this year? Yeah, I was hoping to see something cool that hadn't been announced yet, but there's nothing here from the year 2000. Don't you find that a little odd? That $1 billion company has no plans for next year? Not even the day after? Not even the day before New Year's Eve? Maybe it's in another notebook. We look through the drawers, and again, there's no other notebooks at all. There's no Y2K plans on the computer either. You're right, that's really bizarre when you think about it. Even I have plans for next year. I mean, I'm not exactly the organized type. We still don't have any killer evidence. All we know is Annalise has a healthy obsession with this Fruit Fatales group that she's been putting away her charity funds into a secret offshore account. And she might be keeping a loose schedule for next year. That's not really gonna hold up in court. Fruit Fatale, why does that sound so familiar? Hello, Eartha Princess? Sorry, I was just thinking about something. Anyway, none of this evidence will hold up in court as it was obtained illegally. KJ, why do you know something like that? It's better if you don't know. Now, if only I had something more concrete like, oh no! Before I blink, KJ pushes me onto the floor and we huddle under the desk. I try my best not to panic. I hold my breath. The echo of clicking heels fills the room. Those idiots in HR don't know what they're talking about. Constantly grilling me about how bad our retail turnover looks. Selling makeup can't be that hard. As far as I've seen, those girls just stand around all day. Note to self-investigate automated retail stores. Oh my god. She let that a long, weary sigh. Doesn't matter, none of this will matter at all. I hear her heels pacing around the office. My heart is racing out of my chest. I steady my breathing, trying not to think about how totally screwed we are. He'll stop abruptly. Is she looking out the window, maybe? I just need to be patient. The stage is set, and now the curtain shall rise. New Year's Eve, the dawn of the new millennium, and the dawn of a new world. Everything I've done so far. This tiresome charade. It'll all be worth it. Note to self, buy yourself a nice dress for the party. You've earned it. There's a Viper in chat if anybody needs that. Party? What party? AJ's face suddenly turns white. They start frantically pointing up to the computer. They're trying to mouth something, but I don't understand. I crawl over to them to whisper. The disc is still in the computer. I have to get it back. No, it's too risky. There's only evidence against her. We need that disc. I take a deep breath and peek over the desk to see where Annalise is standing. She's staying far enough away that KJ might just make it. I wave the all clear, and they make their move. They steady. There goes my city breathing. I watch Annalise as she stares across the city, and I think she might be talking into some cassette recorder. Once sentimentality releases across the world, glamour pop will dominate the makeup market permanently. Everyone will need our product. They'll crave it like water and air. The brand's reputation, the sales, it'll all skyrocket, and I'll have more money and power than I'll know what to do with. And who dares oppose me? When the mere suggestion of reducing supply will send tens of thousands of loyal customers into a violent frenzy. After all, I'm merely giving the people what they want. Perhaps I'll give a portion of that charity money back to Ara. She's been such a useful puppet. I'll even invite her to my New Year's Eve celebration, show her the destruction she caused. Hee. After the words KJ fumbles, they slowly retrieve the disc from the computer. They quickly duck back beneath the desk, disc in hand. We get close and whisper again. What? Annalise been using Ara? Honestly, I suspected an Ara might have been worked together this whole time. And now I kind of feel like an asshole. If we got this out, remind me to be nicer to Ara. Wait, Annalise, stop talking. A beat passes, and I hear the sounds of Annalise turning from the window and walking towards the desk. They moat frantically at KJ, but they shrug in return. Only a few seconds to make a decision. What do we do? Sneak around the desk? It's time for some tactical espionage action. I try my best to point around the desk to KJ. They slowly nod. Annalise's footsteps get louder and are getting louder and louder. It's time to go for it. We quickly crawl out from under the desk to the right side as she approaches from the left. She sits down at the desk and starts using her computer. It's probably obvious someone was just using it. I don't know much about computers, but I do know they need power. And I'll pull the plug to buy us some more time. We hear Annalise gasp in surprise. She gets up and walks around the left side of the desk to look at the back of the computer. She's crouched inches away from us, looking intently at the ports and cables. I hold my breath and look over at the elevator. Why did this office have to be so stupidly oversized? There's no way you could make it over there in time. I panic, interrupted by Annalise's voice. I swear, these machines are more evil than me. She pulls out her cell phone and dials a number. Matthew, is that you? Wonderful. I have another problem with the iPlum. Oh, happy birthday, Matthew. Goodness. Christmas, a birthday, New Year's all in 1 week? How nice. Yes, it is important. It'll still be a few minutes of your time, if you please. Is that too much to ask? Now's our chance. KJ and I slowly inch our way from the desk, creep towards the elevator, and fortunately, Annalise's tense discussion with Matthew appears to have her full attention. We both manage to get in the elevator and breathe a heavy sigh of relief as the doors start to close. Just in time for Annalise to lock up with us! You too! I feel a sickening rise of magical energy permeate the air as green sparkles crackle around her. She knows! Oh no. And just as she starts to cross the room, the door slides shut. Fuck, that was way too close. Once we're out of the elevator, we have to make a run for it. I nod and shakily exhale and wait for the end of our descent. We run back to KJ's bike, parked across the street, and make a quick getaway. KJ takes a long, worrying road to the park in case we're being followed. Eventually we park and catch our breath. I feel like my heart is trying to escape through my throat. Woo! We made it. We escaped. Well, you're an interesting date, aren't you? Well, I'm glad you see the funny side of all this. I think I'm about to have a heart attack. How do I do this kind of thing on a regular basis? I think I took for granted how much saving the world keeps you in shape. Anyway, we need to get the gang together. Our little investigation yielded us some answers after all. Even if we had to break some rules to get it. Rules? More like laws. But you're right, the Sentinels need to know ASAP, and we'll figure out our next plan of action. I'll go swing by the Golden Glove for Jackie and the workshop Miranda hangs out at. Right, and I'll bring Aura after I call off work. Wait, work. Shoot, KJ Annalie saw me. She recognized me. She remembers what store I work at. Sounds like the perfect excuse to quit that crappy gig. Congrats, no more I work a dime for Annalie's dollar. No, congrats. I'm worried, KJ. This might not just affect my job. What about Lise? What if she threatens her, uses her against us? I'm sorry, but I think I should go to work and make sure she's okay. You can't be serious after everything that just happened? It's like wandering right back into the Lions Den. Rawr. KJ looks worried for me and I feel a bit guilty. But I can't abandon Lise. I understand. Protecting people is our thing after all. Listen, I'll grab everyone, but promise me you'll meet us here later, okay? Got it. Thanks, KJ. I run off to work as fast as my feet can carry me. I guess if I'm here, I still have to actually work. Welcome to Glamour Pop! Give it to me! You give it to me! Whoa, calm down. What are you looking for? Please don't break the glass. Maybe some lipstick? Give me this! They stole a bunch of Aura's brush set. Oh, sorry, I'm not reading this. Eventually she let up. Even Lise has her limits. As soon as I see Lise off, I rush off to our meeting spot. It's our old classroom again. KJ and I agreed that this would be the most discreet location. When I slide open the doors to room 3A, I see the whole crew gathered up and looking serious. KJ is standing near the blackboard, clearly mid-explanation. They breathe a sigh of relief when we lock eyes. Duchess! Glad you made it back in one piece. Seriously, I'm glad you're okay. The rest of us took time off today. You're crazy for going into your shift. Sorry to worry everyone, but it's important for me to see what's going on at the store. Our customers have changed. The makeup is really affecting them. I also wanted to make sure Lise was okay. I'm sure KJ filled everybody in already, but Annalie saw us. Well, she definitely saw me. And she definitely remembers your store location. You and Lise made an impression on her. Right, needless to say, I'm expecting repercussions for that any minute now. Miranda looks uneasy. Is she worried about Lise? Hold on, I need to backtrack. Duchess, before you go, you got here. KJ was mid-explanation about everything you learned. Annalie runs a gossip mill about magical girls on the World Wide Web, and she's embezzling charity funds? KJ waves around the CD. All copied onto here, in case anybody would like to review in the computer lab. And you ran into Annalie herself? Right, we hid for a while from her. Gosh, I lost years off my life for that. Anyway, this is the important part. Annalie's fully aware of what's happening with the makeup. In fact, we're all but certain she's the cause of it. She's trying to drive Glamour Pop sales, trying to create the customer dependency. All of the side effects, the weird cravings to put on makeup, our magic fading away, our energy levels, our enthusiasm to get through our ordinary days. It's all caused by Annalie, by sentimentality. So does that mean she has powers then? Most likely. We weren't able to clarify the specifics though. Alright, is there anything you noticed when you were working with her? Sorry, nothing off the top of my head at least. Our relationship was purely business. Aura ducks her head. Looks like she's about to burst into tears. Well, I don't care. I don't like Aura. I want you to know. I'm sorry. Aura. I don't know how to express this, but I really thought I was doing something good. She told me this work was for charity, that a makeup line based on us would have been fun and refreshing for our audience. I know my actions don't look so great, that I might even look like an accomplice to this, but... Hold it. I know you're not an accomplice. Nobody here thinks that. Jackie and Miranda nod along. I've been harsh on you in the past, and honestly, I think a lot of it is still justified. But that doesn't change that deep down, I know you're not a bad person. KJ. Don't look so down, Lieutenant. I'm not about being a magical girl anymore, but we're still a team. Ditto. And Aura, all I'm hoping is maybe at the end of this, we can start being a little more forthcoming with each other. I know I'd like that too, right? Alright, that's the point, and that's the point for emotional vulnerability. I've seen this group struggle with authenticity from day one. Trust me, that's a hurdle for me too. But everything's a process. It's something we have to train ourselves to be aware of. Jackie's grown surprisingly wise over the years. Must be from all that teaching she's doing. Ara's eyes finally well over and she bursts into tears. Ara, thank you all. I know we all have our differences, but all I really wanted is, I just wanted to be friends again. The room is silent for a beat and everyone looks stunned over Ara's confession. Funny you say that, Ara. You've been our friend the entire time as far as I'm concerned. And we can be better friends now. You guys. KJ cleared their throat. Yeah, we can be friends as long as we work on accepting each other's different viewpoints, yada yada. That's so funny. KJ looks a little flustered. I think they're used to their capacity for sappiness for the night. Ara nods. I hear you, KJ. I'll continue to hear you out on everything else, too. And finally, it's starting to feel like the Sentinels are back in the game. Don't say it like that, main character Chan. I think we need to leave the Sentinels thing behind. I'm touched, but... What were you talking about again? Right, the evil plan. Oh. Sorry, I got us off the rails. Always a drama queen, this one. Ara punches KJ in the arm, but it's playful. Duchess, about the makeup. If I remember correctly, isn't it scheduled to drop on New Year's? Earlier actually, New Year's Eve, which is tomorrow. It's all on the CD, although Anna Lee... Oh, okay. Thanks for the lurk. This comic cat. I gotta change that. It's supposed to say cosmic cat. It's all on the CD, although Anna Lee verbally confirmed it too. Something about the dawn of a new millennium? Ara suddenly gasped. Oh my gosh, I'd almost forgotten. I was so wrapped up in my feelings about being seen as a potential accomplice. Anna Lee actually called me herself a few hours prior. Something about a company New Year's Eve party at the Glamour Pop's headquarters? I think she said it was on the rooftop. It was weird that she didn't have an assistant call instead, but maybe it's not company-wide. It's a party for two. I forgot about that. She mentioned that in the office. She had some fucked up sadistic line about wanting you to watch the destruction. God, Anna Lee. She made it clear to me that she was expecting big-time sales on New Year's Eve. Right, all the retail locations have stocked up on a bunch of it for release. I think she mentioned selling it at Glamour Pop's webpage. Online shopping's the future, she said. I don't think a corporate celebration for all of that would be suspicious. But come to think of it, I don't know anybody else on their marketing team who said anything about a party. Is it really going to be her up there alone? Well, at least we know where to find her. So what do? We only have so much time. And frankly, this sounds like a massive operation. I don't even know if we have the capacity to stop the sales of this makeup line with only one day left. But we have to figure out something. The group goes silent and turns their focus towards me. Well, any ideas, Princess? You've always led the charge for us. AJ's right, I have always led the Sentinels. Led them into dangerous situations, totally headfirst, sometimes without a concrete plan. And while there's plenty of fond memories, there's scary ones too. And I know it took a toll on my teammates. It took a toll on me too. To be honest, I don't want to pick the plan for us, at least not right now. I know we're on a time constraint, but I think, back on past experience, I'd like us to consider our options before deciding on anything. And I want everyone to seriously consider whether or not they're okay to take this on. I look at KJ, specifically Miranda, too. I know some of us are trying to move on from the magical girl life, and I want you to know, I respect that entirely. A flash of sadness crosses our face, but she nods along. So please, let's sleep on it, at least. I appreciate that, Duchess. KJ doesn't say anything, but I can tell they're carefully considering what I've said. Sounds good to me. I think I'd do my best during morning runs anyway. I'll think on it too. I'll come up with a strategy that'll blow Duchess out of the water. KJ and Miranda echo their approvals to meet the following night. Then it's decided. Tomorrow, we'll figure this out. As the sentinels scatter out the classroom, I'm left with a tremendous sense of release. Of course, everything about the makeup line in Annalie worries me. The thought of hundreds, no thousands of innocent people being subjected to the ill effects of sentimentality utterly horrifies me. But for the first time in a long time, I get the feeling that I'm not alone anymore. I exhale and make my way home to Alistair. Finally, time for bed. I stay up too late reading my favorite shoujo manga. It ended on such a cliffhanger I couldn't stop. Oh, excuse me. It's New Year's Eve's morning. It always seems quiet the morning before a fight. For now, I should check in on the people in the store and make sure it's okay. Perhaps a little recon on what we might be facing later on. I walk up to the store and... It's on fire?! Like engulfed in flames on fire. The windows are smashed open through the flames and I can see the makeup scattered all over the floors. The stacks of samples we had for sentimentality are all gone. Does Annalie realize how far she's taken this? The customers are so crazed by the makeup, they're arsonists now. I should make a tactical retreat. Quickly. Very quickly. I spend the rest of the day preparing. Tonight will decide everything. I walked briskly to our meeting, Cove Park, 8 p.m., as promised. Alistair was left at home even though he'd usually advise us before battle, but he can't talk anyway. And frankly, I'm worried about taking him outside after what I saw at the store. Spot Cage's motorbike parked by the cars, and then I see the crew gathered around the waterfront. Everyone looks worried. When we left off, I thought we may be at a good place, but... Oh, there's a Goldine in chat! Hey, I'm here! I wave and flash a reassuring smile to the group, but nobody reciprocates. At least it seems the group has put some real thought into our dilemma. Say something serious. This is a serious situation. This is a momentous day for the Sentinels once more. Nothing! Confused stares. Thanks everyone for coming. Festus, how are you feeling? Awful. I haven't used the makeup, obviously, but work, I mean, Glamour Pop store, it was on fire. Literally. The good news. A healthy separation period from the makeup has caused my powers to come back. They're definitely not at full capacity, but it's something. I was hoping if it's like this for me, everyone else should be in a better state as well. The group ascends, one by one. Jackie's flames are burning brighter, Ara's song more potent again. Random bursts of stardust are brightly lively, and Cage's bubbles are properly bubbly. Ara raises her hand first, looking determined. I say we destroy her, straight up. She betrayed me, betrayed us. We collectively got her! Why are you looking at me like that? I'm not... That's the only realistic option here. I call dibs on the final blow. Damn, I was hoping for that one. But I guess you're well within your rights. Hold on, what do you mean destroy her? Like, kill her? I mean... Seriously? I have to kill her, just render her completely incapable of doing anything ever again. Anyway, what does the rest of the group think? Rando raises her hand looking serious. Honestly, I don't see it any other way. You have to fight her. It's all I've ever done when confronted villains. Magic isn't always a positive force in my life, but it's in me. It's a part of me. I don't want to be a magical girl anymore, but I won't walk away from our last fight. Our last fight. I agree, Miranda. Jackie raises a fist in the air. Annalie's caused too much trouble for the world already. We should follow our tried and true path. And I say we fight her head on. I see no reason for us to hold back. Even if she's kinda pretty. Jackie, she's totally playing you up at the makeup store. Don't fall for it. Though, she's evil and gorgeous. I can change her. Jackie, please! This is no time to be gay! Jackie gives us a grin. Maybe she's trying to lighten the mood. Jokes aside, things have gotten seriously out of hand, and the longer we wait around, the more people could be hurt. Only a matter of time before someone like Leia gets caught up in this, which is why I'm thinking the direct route is best. That being said, I don't mind roughing her up to get her to stop, but any further than that, I think we should setting a miserable example for Leia as her mentor. Let's talk her down after we ever stop. For all we know, she might be messed up from her own powers, right? We don't know. Violence may be necessary. This is a radical opinion, but I think violence is necessary sometimes. We've never backed away from a fight before. We should be ready. What I'm saying! Not exactly what you said, though. Look, all I'm saying is that there are alternative routes to winning. We have to fight. This isn't about what any of us want. It's about saving the world. And if a BH needs to die, I thought we said no killing. If it happens, it happened. So much on the line. And it's not like it's never happened in a magical conflict before. You see KJ's face turn beet red. Absolutely not. What the hell's wrong with all of you? Fuck, I can't believe this. We fancied ourselves protectors of justice? Now the Sentinels, all grown up, are discussing the ethics of what's essentially a premeditated, aggravated assault? Kinda. But it's okay if it's a magical conflict? What happens, happens? And yet, Annalie's a total harpy, but it's okay if we happen to kill her in the process? God, just listen to yourselves. At least we had an excuse for being naive teenagers when we beat the shit out of our enemies in the past, but now? Now the majority of the Sentinels can't put together a plan to solve a conflict without object violence? That's really sad. Really fucking sad. Everyone else is looking away with guilty expressions on their face. She's a human being too, a magical one who may be feeling alone. Can't we relate to that? If we don't try to at least talk her down first, I don't know who we are anymore. Talking first can put everyone in danger. We can't give her an opening. Duchess, you surely can't be okay with this. I want to be there with KJ. I want to. But I don't think it's gonna help. Oh, sorry, y'all. Dance break coming up. Alright. I'm gonna save this one. Okay. Ooh. My fingers are fucking up. Alright. We're gonna go back on a dance break while I stretch. And when we come back, we're gonna make this decision. You gonna kill this bitch or not? Alright. Alright, ad break time. Are we gonna kill this bitch or not? Let's dance while we think about it. Whoops, sorry, wrong BRB screen. Oh, sorry, I'm waiting for the song to get to a point where I can stop it and it doesn't feel weird. Anyway, let me drink some water. There's a half hour in chat if anybody needs that. Oh, whoop, need to move myself. Okay. As much as I want to smear Anna Lee off the face of the earth, I think KJ has a point where murder isn't great. Oh, so you do? Do you agree with KJ that Sentinels are a bunch of irresponsible, violent vigilantes? We're no better than the villains we're defeating, then. Never saw us like that. No, I don't think that's what KJ was trying to say. Ara's patience has clearly run its course as she stands on the park bench to get in KJ's face. Is that really how you see us, KJ, after everything we've been through? I also don't agree. It's never been about hurting our energies for me. It's been about protecting others. Becky's trying to put some distance between KJ and Ara, but I can tell she's on Ara's side. Meanwhile, Miranda flounders by KJ, clearly wanting to speak, but looking defeated. Miranda attempts to interject as Ara and KJ continue to argue. I think that she's drowned out by the others and then yells, "Why don't you ever listen to me?" Please don't fight. Come on, everyone. Doesn't matter what I say, no one can hear me. My voice isn't heard over the arguing. Fuck, this meeting is completely falling apart. I should have come up with a plan by myself and instructed the team accordingly, same as always. But I guess it's in character of me to come up with a shitty idea and my teammates suffer the consequences. What are we going to do? We fragmented again, and this time I'm not sure I can put us back together anymore. I put my hands over my ears, close my eyes. It's getting hard to breathe. I think I'm having a panic attack. Oh my god, hey you bitches! Bros and non-binary hoes? I knew they were gonna put that in there. What? How are you this fine evening? I open my eyes to see my teammates completely stunned. Solaire Blaze is standing right in front of us doing a stupid pose with his stupid little sunglasses on. How does he always manage to appear at the worst possible moments? Wow, Ara, it looks like you're totally cuddling up to KJ over there. I'm feeling the love. Got room for one more? Solaire Blaze opens his arms wide to Ara. Come on, Ara, where's my hug? We're literally fighting right now, can you not? Damn, I know it's popular, but you don't have to fight over me, girls. Solaire's blaze is red hot, scorching and fiery. I have enough heat to warm all your cold hearts up. Solaire turns to me for some godforsaken reason. Duchess, you're okay, you're looking very pale. But in a beautiful way, of course. Your light shimmers like the moon. And I'll be your fiery hot sun. Stop right there. For once her motif is starlight, not moon. And for two, I'm the one who should be her sun. Wait, go back. Wait, go back. Can you shut up, actually? Everybody turns to Solaire and emphatically agrees with Ara. See, I know you guys could all work together. You're all united in trying to shut me down. I've always believed in you, girl. Gaze and vase! I hope you die! The Sentinels have always stuck together, no matter what foul adversary hits us. There's no us. You were never a part of this. Solaire completely ignores KJ and keeps going. You're all stronger than ever before. This? Whoever this ugly you're trying to defeat, it's not going to faze us! Yeah, we already know that. Honestly, you don't even have to say that. But I mean it. After high school, I drift away from all you, my dudes, and the true meaning of the cards. The people who used to put up with me don't anymore. And I try not to let that change me, but it's been hard. A challenge harder than any enemy I've ever faced. And I bet it's all hard for you, too. As you grow up, you see as much of the pain in the world. It's no longer all good and evil. It's morally gray. You may not know how this fight is going to turn out, but I can guarantee you that your chances are better Together, united. Everyone's jaws are on the floor. Is that still Solaire Blaze? I'm not being fair, am I? I remember that teen boy I met, ambitious, charming, newly discovered his card powers, wanting to use them for good. His hair. I mean, what girl wouldn't have loved a bit of a crush? Don't judge me. We've all changed and so has he, and it's nice to see that the boy filled with goodness and wonder, his heart is still there. Somewhere. Buried very, very, very deep beneath those glasses. Actually, doesn't he have a point? We were just arguing and getting nowhere, and we should be ashamed to have our teamwork. We should be ashamed how our teamwork has deteriorated. Oh my god, that makes me feel gross. Yeah, that's not us. We're better than that. This teamwork muscle hasn't been worked in a while, but it's there. We have it. I mean, I actually said something good? Don't let it get to your head. Wow, this feeling, it's great. What else can I do to help? The enemy is evil. The evil is... Trying to catch my breath. Solaire has no idea what we're up against, but he's trying to help anyway. Just tell me what to do. Solaire, do you know that makeup store? Glamorous Pop? Made your chain around Diamond Cove? Surely you've seen it. Yes, ma'am, I know it. Lots of beautiful ladies walking in and out. Don't call me ma'am. Long story short, there's a makeup line that's based on us. It's called Sentimentality. Our enemy made the makeup. The makeup is evil. The evil must be destroyed. Right, I follow. There's a lot of makeup inventory in a lot of stores that needs to disappear before people can get more. You're up for a little breaking and entering. Enemy is one of my favorite. Stop. You were doing so well. You're right, I can do this. I can stop the makeup sales while you tackle the enemy. Teamwork, everybody. With a flick of his wrist, Solaire draws a card out of his pocket and holds it in the air. He's gonna do it, though. Feel the blaze, baby! See ya! And with a poof and an explosion of fire, he's gone. Yeah, he did it. He was quiet for a moment, eyes glued to the spot where Solaire stood seconds ago. Honestly, I'm starting to feel a little better. I'm shocked to say this, but I think we can count on Solaire to help with stopping the makeup from being distributed further. At least we're getting some help on that front. Now we have to decide what to do about Annalie. Duchess, I know it's hard, but we need our leader. You've heard how much we want to handle this. We can't do everyone's plan. One has to be chosen, and the person to choose is you. Yeah, even I can agree with that, if only to make sure we do something. I'd follow your lead, but I might not respect your decision. We'll follow your lead here. We trust you. The weight of responsibility is returning, but so is the warm feeling of their trust. It's been them, my friends beside me, that have been my true power. And there's no perfect way to solve this, but we won't back down and let Annalie continue her plan. So it's up to me to at least protect them as best I can. Thank you, everyone. Whatever I choose, I want you to know that I love and respect you all, even if we disagree. Your trust means the world to me, and I'm ready to lead you. I'm starting to feel better. But there's still the fight ahead of us. We only have an hour until midnight now. Everybody, take a moment to prepare yourselves. Hi, Ami! This is Life After Magic. It is it's a visual novel magical girl game. It's free on Steam, actually. It's very good. But we're actually at the end of this route, so if you don't want spoilers, you may want to duck out for a second. Yeah, magical girls, and it's very gay. I love it. Group takes a breather, and I gaze towards the waterfront. I really want to talk to someone I've grown close to in the past couple days. I want to hear about their plans. Well, no, what I really want to talk about is us. But I only have time to speak to one person. Choice is important. My last chance to talk to someone before we face Annalie. Time is running out. Jackie! Everyone mitigates their own conversations with the exception of Jackie, who's standing all alone. If there was ever a time to talk to her, this would be it. Here goes nothing. Jackie? Duchess, what's wrong, hun? You told me not to hesitate to call you if I need you. Right now, well, I need you. Me? Unless there's someone else you'd rather be with. Oh. She gives a smile that makes the stars look dim as she takes my hand. She warms to the touch and a comfort I didn't know I wanted for this chilly night. No, I'm all yours. We walk further into the park, taking our time, soaking in its atmosphere. It's hard to imagine the world being endangered in such a far-removed place. I've only walked this path with Jackie a few times, but I still feel a strong sense of nostalgia, like I was lazily floating down a stream of good dreams. A gentle squeeze of my hand pulls my attention back to the present. You look pretty shaken up earlier, just before Solaire struck his nose in our business. You alright? Oh, just staving off a panic attack. Hey, don't say it like it's nothing. Are you gonna be okay? I'll be fine. It's already passed. You don't have to worry about me. I always worried about you. Someone's gotta take care of my princess, okay? And you want to be that someone? Maybe? Only if you let me. I think I could get used to that. It was brief, but I caught Jackie wincing when she tried to turn her head. But if I didn't think I could handle tonight, I would say something. There's no shortage of people who think they can do better than me. You, on the other hand, I don't think I haven't noticed. Notice what? I reach over and tug Jackie's arm. I don't even pull hard, but a small whine escapes her lips. I didn't want to believe it, but you hurt yourself recently, didn't you? Spent too much time on the punching bag? It's a little tense right now, that's all. I can tough it out. You should have told me. With both hands, I try to feel Jackie's shoulder to get a better idea of where her soreness is. As much as I want to admire those strong muscles of hers, I find myself more upset than appreciative. I guess you've gotten pretty good at this, haven't you? The silence grows between us as I keep touching her shoulder, taking my time to feel where the tension is. I trail my fingers. Oh, okay. What are you doing? Oh, I can feel a light bruise. I could only guess Leia just had given her in practice. Looking for what else might be hurting. I could just tell you. You can tell me while I'm looking. I'm getting the feeling you're upset with me. Me? No, never. Why would I get mad? You're not pushing it too hard, fatiguing yourself, maybe agitating old wounds. It would be silly to think you would do such a thing. With my hands on both her back, with the back of her neck and her bruise on her midriff, ooh, I start to channel my magic. Almost immediately, Jackie starts to giggle and gets fidgety in my grasp. Okay. It would be even more ridiculous if you were to keep it from the person who's both your leader and your healer. Stop skipping! You would never make me go through that again, would you? Though you are mad. Oh no, look at that, another bruise. I'm sorry, please, I need a break. Maybe I'm pouring a bit too much into this last one, but at least she's finally asking for breaks. What's the matter? I thought you were ready to tough it out. Jackie steps away from me, panting as she tries to catch her breath. Okay, I deserve that. I might have got a little overboard. Never known you to be someone to slip up in training. I know. I was going at a good pace for a while, but the threat started to feel real after I talked with Leia. And I ended up pushing myself, trying to squeeze what time I had left. I can't say I feel great about letting you fight tonight. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you worry about me. I'm always worried about you. Someone's gotta take care of my princess, right? It's okay, I know it's not a phase. You like to keep the princess hidden underneath that temporal act of yours. Ooh. Not an act. It isn't? I brush my hand along her forehead, pulling a stray strand of hair back before I cup her cheek. Jackie can't keep herself as she leads my touch. See? There she is. There's an argument in her eyes, but it's crumbling into tiny pieces. Instead, Jackie closes her eyes and lets out a sigh. It's a bear chicken chat. Defeated by a gentle touch. So this is what it's like to be vulnerable. Does that scare you? Yeah. You want me to stop? She leans in further into my touch and grasps my hand with her own. No. I hold her in my hand, trailing my thumb in small patterns while our exhaustion begins to show. I wish you didn't have to fight tonight. But if I told you there's another choice, I would love to hear it. Jackie lifts her head up for me to see. I don't understand what she's trying to show me, but I notice a tan line around her finger where her ring should be. Your ring! You gave it to Leia. She wants to spar with me. She wanted to spare me from this fight, just like you. I had to make a deal with her so she wouldn't take matters into her own hands. She knows that she can't use the ring unless I break my bond with it, and I told her if I think I can't handle it, I would let her step in. But she doesn't know what the fight is happening tonight. I was going to keep her out of it. You don't think she can handle it? She's my student. I've raised her past being scared of heights and monsters. Every punch she throws, she gives her a bit of courage, and every beat fight is just a tiny bit of doubt leaving her. She'll be incredible and way better than I ever was. She's ready, and I don't know if I am. What do you want me to do? Help me make a choice that I can't make by myself, and if I call her, I want you to judge the situation that we're in and decide what to do. Are you sure she's ready for something like this? I mean, I don't want to take this the wrong way, but your power isn't easy to use. It took you a while to get used to it. The confidence was a flickering candle as a kid. I didn't have the best upbringing for that sort of power. Even with my T.O.'s help, it took years to get to where she's starting. Comparing her to me, she's like a roaring fire built on a stronger foundation of confidence. Confidence that comes from technique, love, and trust. And you're okay with this? With me making this choice? Being in charge of the Sentinels is one thing, but we're talking about Leia. Duchess, I trust you. I taught her how to fight, but you can show her how to lead. This is our moment to raise a better magical girl, the kind we wish we could have been from the start. But again, it's an option. I'm going to fight as hard as I'm allowed. I'll go the distance, but if you say the word, we'll make the switch. Maybe if we're lucky, there won't be a fight. But I need to call for her. What do I do? That's easy. You just have to shout one word and she'll get the message. Which is... freestyle. We climb the stairway of Glamour Pop's headquarters up to the roof level. Just as we predicted, there's no sign of a New Year's Eve party, like Analea told Ara. Even security had been sent home, just as KJ had to pick some more locks. Eventually we reach the top and push open the door to find... In the distance, I see a dark figure standing by the edge. I turn around the stairway and the door slammed closed. Shit, that's definitely... Oh, you came, Ara. Annalie, you fucking... Quite rude of you to bring so many unannounced guests. I would have appreciated a call, at least. No matter, the more the merrier. Tonight's a cause for celebration. Annalie, cut the crap. We're here to put a stop to this, once and for all. Oh, really? Aren't you a little too late for that? Sentimentality has already made its mark. The dear residents of Diamond Cove have already fallen hook, line, and sinker. And when the clock strikes midnight, it will be released to the world via the internet. Does she think the internet gets things to people immediately? There's like a week to 3 week waiting period, especially for where is this being shipped out from? Where is this coming from? Because that takes a while. Annalie, there's a hole in your plan for this. Our retail stores and warehouses are chock full of the stuff, and instead of handling that, you've chosen to confront me? Goes to show you're really just a bunch of washed up has-beens. That's a good dig on her. I'm simply gathering information on you all. And truthfully, the more I learned, the more pathetic you all looked. I saw every little success and failure you led to your squad into, Starlight. Excuse me? It's no wonder you all drifted apart, inevitable with the mediocre leadership. Anyway, I'm disappointed none of you chose to wear the product tonight. Don't you think it's a little disrespectful after all the work I did? A makeup that devitalizes us and suppresses our powers? No thanks. You mean this, right? Miranda pulls out the Sentimentality Concealer. She imbues it with her magic stardust and it explodes in a burst of fireworks. Her magic is back to being as bright as ever. The black magic inside the concealer's case escapes in a wisp of smokes that accelerates and rushes straight towards Annalie. Not suppressing, but to be specific, it's draining your powers. Annalie puts out her hand and a wisp of dark magic is sucked into her fingers. And all of that energy it takes, magical and otherwise, goes back to yours truly. That must have been how she has so much power to imbue the makeup line. Her plan was sick. Look, she built herself up through the makeup. Please, Annalie, I just want to know why. Why would you use us like this? Why throw our home into chaos? Was it just for the money? Annalie looks me dead in the eye. She seems to be considering something. That just was it. A word of advice. There's no life after magic. What? All we have is our glory days, where we were on top of the world. We did our best to use magic for the sake of others. Shoving all physical and mental tolls away into a little box and promising you'll deal with it another day. Until it all comes tumbling out. What's she talking about? Who is we? And once it's all over, well, you already know. We fought to have a happy life as an average citizen. A normal life. But what we get instead is a thankful, futile day. Nightmares of the trauma we endured on the battlefield. And nobody really understands just how much of your childhood you sacrificed for the betterment of others. As a normal person, you come face to face with monsters that are far, far worse than the ones you fight as magical girls. Abusive bosses, corrupt politicians, and all sorts of malcontents who'd like nothing more than to drag you down. People will chew you up and spit you out at the first sign of weakness. And all you can do is learn how to play their game. Annalie. I can't say that I don't see her point, but I just don't agree with you. I don't think I'm gonna change her, but I don't agree with you. Actually, I kind of want to know what happened to her magical friends. Let's go. Don't you have any former teammates you can rely on? What about your magical girl group? Annalie looks rattled at this. Excuse me? They're gone. The two of them have moved on completely. And the other is buried 6 feet under. Annalie left out a bitter sigh. Stop trying to convince me out of this. I'm not slowing down my plans for the likes of you. After your defeat, I'm taking the money and escaping this city. It's funny, I've dedicated half my life to climbing the ranks of this country, but frankly, I don't give a damn if Glimmerpop sinks after this. This loathsome city can burn down too, for all I care. Actually, it'd be better off that way. Enough, no matter your reasons, we're here to stop you. As it stands, you're as despicable as the people you've described. Ha, never said otherwise. Fine then, if it's a fight you want, the fight you'll get. Suddenly, magical energy crackles around Annalie, and the atmosphere tingles with power, amplifying as her powers rise. When Annalie is not Annalie anymore. No more debate, no more magical girls. Your time is over. Watch in horror as midnight strikes. What? Oh, what? Oh, Midnight Lady doesn't care about what you have to say. I don't know if you're free after this, but please, Jackie! I can't believe I trusted you. You used me. I'm gonna make you pay. Oh god. No! Ooh, that was bad. Sorry, I'm focused on the battle. I don't know what to do, so I'm just gonna use my gamer instincts. What was the name of the... What was the name of the teammate? I can't remember. What was her name? Oh god. Dragon Fruit? I think the game will let me pause for a sec, actually. Game? Okay, yeah. Uh-huh. Give me a second, I gotta look something up. Yes, strawberry something. Strawberry sorbet? Strawberry, what's the wine thing? Sangria? Okay. Strawberry wouldn't have wanted this. Have wanted this. I don't know, Strawberry died for you. Strawberry died. Why are you talking about that? Oh my god, that's it! We have to talk about Strawberry! Okay, give me a second. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Okay, Muscat Marina. Why avocado? And Midnight Lady doesn't care about what you have to say. Alright, well, I think we gotta attack her. Where did you hear that name? That's it. I should say more Fruit Fatale members. Names to weaken her. Shoot, what were the other names? P-N-A-N-A. But where'd you hear that name? Sorry, so I just want to get this done. Nope. Alright. What? I spelled avocado wrong? Oh no! God. It is avocado! Oh no. Where'd you hear that name? Okay, there we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. Okay. Me, like, I knew what to do, but I do have to cheat a little bit. That's it. I thought I said all the names. I think I did. The real shame someone as beautiful as evil, but that's okay. I'm a bit of a knockout myself. I'm just gonna damage her as much as I can. I did say all of them. Please. Please, I can't take it anymore. Magic Lady is giving up. Woo! We did kill her! Magic Lady... Not Magic Lady. Midnight Lady falls to her knees, and with a flash of light, she turns back into Annalie. We did it! My whole body is brimming with adrenaline from the fight, but I've reached my limit. The sentinels gather around me looking just as spent. Annalie collapses onto the pavement, looking worse for wear. You insolent... That was very creative what you did. Either way, it doesn't matter. You won. Congratulations. I've expanded all the power I've collected through the makeup line dealing with you all. Truth be told, the whole plan was a total gamble. And I'm not surprised it didn't work. Annalie picks herself up from the ground, turning to face us with a smirk. I was never great at energy management, even with my power. Maybe that's why I was such an unremarkable magical girl. Even still, I'm disappointed I lost to a bunch of brats. It was sweet watching you all band together to defeat me, despite your differences. So sweet I could gag. But I must admit, it made me a little jealous too. It's over, Annalie. We're turning you in. The makeup's being destroyed too. Dismiss me. Annalie dismissed me with a wave of her hand. This makeup's issue's already fixed, if that's what you're worried about. No longer imbued with my power. I used it all in our little tussle. See, it's really over then. I can't help but fall to the ground in relief. I'm on the same level as Annalie now. Starlight. No, Duchess. The Sentinels are a bunch of arrogant, meddling idiots who think they can get away with living normal lives despite having powers. Make no mistake, I despise them, as much as I despise you at this moment. She sweeps her disheveled bangs out of her face and looks away. But they're your idiots. So do me a favor, so that this whole nightmare isn't for naught, and keep them close. Protect them, like I wish I could have protected her. Anna. I promise I will. Ellie seems satisfied with the answer and finally let the exhaustion take her over. And falls to the ground, knocked in a deep sleep. And out of her hand tumbles a small, worn-looking charm. Oh, she didn't kill Sayori. Sayori just expired, unfortunately. The plastic keychain modeled after Strawberry Sayori from Fruit Fatale. I turned to the Sentinels. I ended up making a promise with our bad guy. You've always been a major softie. Hey, speak for yourself before you call Duchess out. You didn't even want to fight her in the first place. I'm proud of us, although Annalie sure had to have the last say. I'm glad you vowed to keep us close. What, did I miss my close-up? Alistair! You can talk again! He talks too? Our little dude is back in action. Wait, it wasn't my fault. It was you that couldn't understand me, nya? I know how that feels. Alistair shakes his head in disapproval. Just count yourselves lucky that I stopped Solaire before he blew up an entire warehouse full of makeup. Oh yeah, I forgot we sent him off to do that. I guess you did alright without my sage advice, but if you only had heard the genius plan I had come up with you days ago. We're all ears now, what is it? Well, it doesn't matter now, does it? Called your bluff. Where everyone shares a laugh and gives Alistair a load of pets. After taking a moment to recover, the Sentinels make an unconscious move to take an unconscious Anna downstairs. Wow, she's lighter than she looks. Really? Surprising. I figured she'd be heavy considering how full of it she is. She played us, beat the crap out of us, and probably ruined our images as Sentinels forever, but I was kind of moved at what she had to say in the end. Duchess, are you coming? I can't help but crack a fond smile. It's only been a few days since we united, but it feels like we managed to catch up on years of friendship. I'm so proud of how far we've come. And I'm sure there's more adventures to be had. Not just as the Sentinels, but as best friends. Coming. Miranda wastes no time getting back to work. I visit her at the workshops, and a few days after the fight, she tells me she's happy she said goodbye to her Sentinel Nova and reclaimed her magic as her own. It's a part of her and her work. Her new pieces gain majority of their unique Stardust glow, and eventually she makes enough to start her own shop, where she can exclusively create and sell her own designs. She gets her own staff of loyal woodworkers, and I can tell they look up to her immensely. Work keeps her busy, but we find time to catch up every once in a while, and things got a little quiet. Years later, I get an invitation at my door to an art gallery, and I decide to go on a whim. And I'm so glad I did. It was filled with one-of-a-kind wood carvings done by Miranda. As the night goes on, a piece would combust into a bright, dazzling display of firework, her magic at work. She was kept busy by fans and reporters most of the night, but I know she saw me, and at the end of the night she brings over a spare champagne bottle and we talk until the gallery owner kicks us out. It's so clear to me why the stars picked her as their emissary to light their power, and the night sky is brighter for it. That's actually really beautiful. Oh god. Ara continues her idol career. She goes on to become one of the most successful idols of all time. You can't go anywhere without hearing her songs on the radio, and she even scores a role on a TV drama. She's a terrible actress, but Alistair and I watch her new episode every day. And we don't get to see her very often, but we're happy to see her succeed. And it's almost suspicious how well she did for herself, honestly. One day she vanishes, no one knows where she's gone, and no one has heard a word from her, even the Sentinels. We all worry about her, and I hope she's okay wherever she is. Oh no! What happened? Well, I kinda don't care about Ara. Lee's heard about the battle with Annalie on TV. She knows it wasn't the real story, but doesn't ask what happened with our when our Glamour Pop location burned down. We were both transferred to different stores, and I sadly never got to make up for that day at the school when I turned her away from the Sentinels. The distance physically and emotionally between us grows and we drift apart. Later I see her on TV tied to a tree fighting deforestation. It's nice to see she found her place in the fight, but I feel a pang in my heart all the same. Whenever I hear the hoot of an owl, I always feel a little lonely. Oh jeez! KJ disappeared again, but this time let us know where they were going. In the spring, they set off on a road trip across North and South America, taking the western coast all the way to southern Chile. I was certain it was our final goodbye. KJ, always being one to resist expectations, turned up on our doorstep a few years later. They took me out for a drink and recounted their adventures, and at the end of the night, KJ suddenly placed something in my hand and said it was time for them to return their Sentinel ring. They'd hated their powers for years, but fighting Anna together changed their old feelings, and all the time on the road helped them make peace with it. We still see each other regularly as friends, mostly for tech support, but I can't help but feel there's something being left unsaid. After the world was saved, Jackie returned back to work at the Golden Glove. It wouldn't be long until she began to go to school to learn how to improve her coaching techniques. Despite her busy schedule, balancing work and school, she has always made time to reach out to everyone and keep in touch. As for Leia, she never stopped going to the Golden Globe, and I tried to run into her from time to time whenever I visited. She graduated from high school with a scholarship opportunity thanks to the hard work she was able to put in both high school and boxing. From what I've heard, she's on her way to going pro, and Jackie couldn't be happier since she finally lives her dream as second for Leia's matches. Jackie's uncle is starting to get up there in age, and I know his eyes are still pretty bad. He's thinking about retiring, passing the gym off to his niece. Jackie's nervous about assuming that responsibility, but I have a feeling she'll do right by her uncle. Thanks for playing! Oh, okay. Well, I'm gonna play this more on my own time. Oh, look, it's Annalie in the background. Alright. That was really nice. I had a really fun time playing that. I choked up a little bit at the end. I feel really bad because you only have so much time with certain characters, and you can't make everybody happy. But I think that's like the point, is that you can't make everybody happy. Ah. Excuse me. Alright, well... Yeah! Alright. For as much as I wanna play another game, if I'm gonna stream tomorrow, which I might, we'll see, I should probably wrap up for today. Which, speaking of which, let me put a stop to any raids coming in. Boop. Yeah, so I'm probably gonna stream tomorrow. I'm gonna stream earlier in the day, because my mom won't be working, so I'll have time to use the office. I'll probably stream like 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Maybe 2? We'll see. But it definitely will be earlier in the day, because I wanna do some other stuff. If I do stream tomorrow, tomorrow will be the last day of the subathon. That's about it. Who's live? Who's live? Let's go find someone to raid. Brad Shadow! Okay. Okay. That's really loud. Sorry about that, y'all. Brass Shadow, thank you for the gift subs, getting us up to 16 gift subs, and getting us to that extra emote slot. Dude! You're too nice! Dude! Alright, you know what? You get a shout out for that. I'm shouting you out. Did you know Brass Shadow also streams? He streams! And he's a super lovely guy. Oh. Oh, they're on sale? Oh. Anyway, check out Brass Shadow. He's a lovely guy, and nothing but a joy to have in chat. Ow. I'm so emotional. I got like little tears in my eyes. How could you do this to me? Wait, does this work? Yeah, look, I got little tears in my... You're making me cry! Stop! Alright, let's go find someone to raid. No! It's a happy cry. Thank you, Brass Shadow. I really appreciate it. God, I gotta get out of here. Alright, we're gonna go find somebody to raid. Actually, you know what? Brass Shadow, since you got us to the goal, if you want to pick someone that we can raid out to, definitely, like, whisper it to me. If not, I have someone in mind. Ooh. I'm just gonna slide my model down while I just deal with everything that happened. God. There's just a cloud of smoke of embarrassment puffing up above me. Jeez. Alright, let me snooze the ad. Alright, fine, I'll accept the love. Jeez. I'm cutting this out of the VOD. No one needs to see me, like, turn into a puddle of mush. Alright, you know what? Where's... Okay, on Brass Shadow's recommendation, we are going to go raid Valkyrie Vice. So, I don't know this person, but we're going on Brass's recommendation, so everybody can copy this message into chat. Chat's gonna be emote only, because that's what I set it to at the end of streams. But you can copy the message and link it into the next chat as we raid out. Alright, we're raiding out, everybody. Have a good night. I will see y'all maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Alright, I'll see y'all later. Have a good night. Bye!